Well, hello there, people. This is Professor X2K, and it's time for the professor here to take you to school so you can understand common sense and the golden rule. That way, you know what you need to know to be on the go. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I'm coming to you today from outside of Laughlin, Nevada. Matter of fact, right now we're in front of Guy Fieri's Burrito Borracha. And today on the menu, we're going to talk about parenting. Now, everybody had one way or another, and some people have been one. But in today's society, it's like, well, more parents, it seems like, are not trying to be parents, they're trying to be friends. Meaning they want to, it's all right to do that, but still let the child know who's in charge. Remember back in the day when you would take your kid to the store. Now, in my case, let me give you a true story here from my niece, if I get this right. There was a child sitting on a leash. You remember those? I guess they had a big thing about that. And the security guard comes up to the young lady and says, ma'am, do you think that's okay to have your child like that? And the lady says, well, I know what I'm doing. And apparently it seems like a lot of the customers were complaining about it. So naturally the guard would come back every now and then and say, well, hey, I think you might want to let the child loose on that thing, because that does not look humane, so to speak. So the lady says, are you sure? And the guy says, yeah, I think that'd be best. The lady says, okay, well, if you know what would be best. So she reaches down, click, unsnaps a little snap there, and pew, there goes the kid. All off to the store, knocking down shelves, knocking over displays, getting into this, getting into that, screaming like a wild banshee, and just tearing up everything. And the poor security guard sitting there pulling his hair like, what the hell have I just done? And he looks at the lady, can you do something about this? No. You wanted him off? You go get him. And that poor security guard chased that guy around the store here, there, and could not catch him. And then he finally goes over to the lady, ma'am, please, can you do something? And the lady just, does a whistling thing, and the guy stops, turns around, comes, stands, looks up at his mom. And it seemed inhumane in a way, because it's sort of like, the way you do an animal or something. But for some reason, the child was trained like that. But now that my niece told me, I wasn't there to witness this. Now, a lot of people say, well, did you see that? Well, no, I didn't. But what I did see growing up, and I'm sure a lot of you saw it, when you sat there and you acted up in the store, mom or nana took off that chancla and wore your ass out. and a lot of them would, one of my favorite was, Mom, can I go to the store with you? Yeah, but I ain't buying you nothing. Oh, well, then never mind. Simple as that. These days, kids talk back to their parents. Like, well, who are you? Well, you know that old saying, they'd say, well, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. That still applies. But see, nowadays they call it child abuse, so we're not allowed to discipline our kids the way we used to. And it's more like when your kids talk back. Jesus, the last time I saw somebody actually talk back to their parents, they were visiting, what was that place called? Yeah, the Clear Choice Denture Store, trying to get these teeth replaced, But basically, growing up, I had parents that Dad was always busy. See, in each household is different. My dad was a musician, so he was constantly on the run, going here, going there. Mom, well, she did the modeling stuff. She did a few shots for, if I remember the article in the newspaper, it said Coca-Cola, Listerine mouthwash, and something that used to call 102 beer. But yeah, she did that along with going to college, you know, nursing school and all that fun stuff. And then after that, she ran the dietary department for what is now known as Banner University Hospital. And so, being the siblings of, I guess, celebrity type people, it's kind of hard because you rarely see, you know, your parents. They're always constantly going here and there to try to make a better life for you. Now, the thing is, what you have to understand as a child is parents know better. They're doing this for your sake. And one of the best things I learned as a child, I actually learned from my Aunt Lenny. Every year for Christmas, she'd get me a shirt and tie. Every year. No doubt about it. Like clockwork. And one year I think, oh, right? I see. Because my birthday's in January, so this was right before my 9th birthday. And she goes in. I open the package, and actually before I opened the package, I said, oh man, I know this is another shirt and tie. Biggest mistake I ever made, because my Aunt Lenny looked at me right then. She says, boy, from now on, I ain't getting you a damn thing. And she held true to her word, because it was a tradition. Every Christmas morning, we would go over to Aunt Lenny's house and open presents, stuff like that. And that next year I went over, Gary had a present, Terry had a present, Rodney had a present. I didn't have one. Why? Because I was an ungrateful child. I wasn't grateful for the things that my parents gave me or worked to give me. Let's put it that way. So, with that being said, people, I'm going to get out of here. It's close to my 8 minutes are up. It's been fun out here in good old Laughlin, Nevada, but it's time for me to bring my black ass back home. Love, peace, see you next time.